Welcome back, word lovers, to Tighten This. We're talking today about challenge sentence number 13. Before I read that sentence, I'd like to kick off with what Marjorie said in her comment about this whole exercise in general and why it is so challenging. Marjorie wrote, "Too few words can be as much of a problem as too many." I think of that statement as the editor's conundrum, summed up beautifully. Tightening a sentence is the goal of this exercise, of course, but how far can we go? That is always the tricky part of the question, and it's the tricky part of judging. How far could Larry Kuntz, Kimberly Hume, or Nick Shears go? Those were the three people whose entries I struggled and finally just declared all of them co-winners. Larry's revision was 14 words, Kimberly's was 13, and Nick's was 12. But it was impossible to say really whether Larry had good reason for keeping those 2 words that the others had deleted. This game is really impossible to play, as I've explained in the rules, quote-unquote rules. But the whole point is to wrangle with the questions. And so any of you who played, and the many of you who played, thank you for wrangling with those questions. That truly is the point and the reward of doing this game every week. Let me read Nick Shears's 12-word response, which cuts the words by 50%. He wrote, I will read the challenge sentence as original stated. It goes like this. It is Juno's intention to give an explanation of the app to her teenage grandson during the time of his next visit to see her. Nick boiled that down to, Juno will explain the app to her teenage grandson when he visits. 12 words instead of 24. Larry's response had 2 more words than that. His revision goes like this. Juno plans to explain the app to her teenage grandson during his next visit. I talk about, in my response, why Larry might have kept those 2 words. There's no way to say he was right, or Nick was right, or Kimberly was right, or any of you were right. All of you who wrangled and went through some kind of thought process with your revision. That is what editing is all about. Thinking about those things, asking those questions. So, thank you for wrangling. Come back next week and we will wrangle again on Tighten This.